Hello friends, and welcome back to the Endless Academy. In this video, I'm going to be playing one of my favorite factions, the Vodyani. Now before we get started, I want to show you some new mods I'm using. I'm using the Rich Colors mod, the ESG mod, and the Endless Moons mod, which the Endless Moons mod and the Rich Colors mods are new. This one just makes the base color palette a little more vibrant, and this adds a lot of new anomalies to the game. Because the basic moon tech, basically I never get it because there are barely any moons in the game. So hopefully this should add some cool stuff that we can look at. So, without further ado, let's get into the game. Alright, the game's loaded up. Now, as you can probably notice, we're not using the Ovoid galaxy this time. Yes, this is the Disk 4 galaxy, and we start in the Hydrus constellation. Now, the Disk 4 galaxy will actually put us on a constellation with could be 1 to 2 other factions, and that should lead to some more early conflict. Because in most of these normal games, when you start alone, you're fairly safe early on. This should make things a little more exciting. Now, the Vodyani play completely differently to any other faction because their starting situation can be very different. Looks like this time we got unlucky. However, sometimes you can get very lucky, depending on what other systems you roll, because how the Vodyani colonize is they don't actually build colony ships. They colonize through their arc, and once you have your arc anchored, it will immediately start exploiting all planets that you have the technology for. Now, because we only have the technology for the Tundra and a few other systems, we can't use Toxic Desert Ash. In fact, this is a very bad start for the Vodyani. Sometimes you can get quite lucky with your start and roll could be 2 to 3, even 4 planets you can exploit at the start of the game, giving you some pretty lucky RNG you can actually roll. So that can give you a nice bonus in the early game. So this time it's just going to be a fairly normal game. So let's, at the start of the game, do what we typically do. We can... Oh, another thing to notice is you actually get other ships. Now, the Vodyani have some cool ships. So this is your arc. This is what you use to colonize. Now, in older patches of the game, the arc was actually quite powerful. Now it starts out quite weak. You only have a few things you can put on it. The main thing that Vodyani do is they have these modules, which actually give you bonuses directly to the system. Now, the ones we're going to be using the most are the Industry, the Almost Provide, and later the Science. So at the start of the game, this is the arc that we have. So we're getting a small bonus to our new resource, which is called, look at it right here. It's called Essence, which is actually how you build more arcs. That gives you more essence, and we get a small bonus to our Science, and we have a weapon. What this also means is that until we get some technologies later, if another ship were to come to this system, they could directly attack our arc. And while it is quite powerful, as you can see right here, it has a lot of health compared to a basic explorer, it can be overwhelmed as it only has 1 weapon slot, has 4 weapons. So that means that this other scout has half the weapons that this other ship has. So if somebody comes over here with like a 4 or 5 stacked fleet of even a basic exploration ship, they could easily knock you out of the game, which makes starting in a disk galaxy quite dangerous for us. So we're have to be very careful. At the start of the game, we also have these leecher ships. Now, what these are used to do is to actually leech essence off other systems. These can be minor factions or other players. So what we're going to be looking for is a minor faction early on to leech. So I like to use them as scouts to look for a miner early on, so I can just send them out randomly. Oh, and we found a nice system there. Keep sending him on his way. See the other one. Nice. Now let's look at our hero. This hero is actually useful as a governor early on. It gives a lot of industry bonuses. But later on, he's actually going to be used as an admiral once we get some more heroes. For now, though, we'll just use him as a basic scout. One thing to also know is that the Vodyani have a faction quest where they will be entering battle very early on in the game. So it is very important that you actually add some modules to your hero ship to make that battle go well. You can actually do it with your hero and your scout ship early on because it's quite good, and you can actually upgrade it right as well with missiles as well. This is typically what I like to do. I also like to take this off, and hold on, let me see what the movement speed on my hero is real quick. He's 5, and he's also 5. So we can actually put 2 probes on him, which is very nice. So then we can apply that, and we're ready to start rolling. Interesting. Okay, not too bad. We'll have him sit there for now. As for starting laws, we're going to be passing species stability. Actually, in fact, yeah, we're going to be passing species stability pretty much right away, just to get us some extra essence. we're also going to be, let's see, usually I would try and research one of these things, but it's very difficult in this game to do that. So instead we're going to do the classic xenolinguistics. I wish we could go for an early colony after that, but it looks like we'll have to wait a little bit before we can get that. Here we can see right here one of the new technologies that the Moon mod adds. So if we were to find a lunar anomaly, as you can see, it would give us some nice bonuses there. For now, though, we're going to be going xenolinguistics, and the important tech we're going to be rushing is this right here. Yes, as you can see, this gives you bonus production and a percent modifier on your production. So we're going to be getting that second right away, and then we'll probably be getting this for the free movement, as well as the curiosities. This is what we're going to want to be building on all of our arcs, because as you'll notice, once we have the required essence, building an arc is free. So what I typically like to do is I like to add a module to my starting arc and make a new arc for the new ones, because for these we will actually be building them for free, so we can add whatever we want onto them. And because they can get rushed down early game, I like to max them out, because it doesn't cost any extra production. It will only cost this, and then once it's anchored, it's good. So I'll call these the Hummer, because Vodyani ride only in style. So that looks good. That's a pretty good starting setup. So let's go. Another issue the Vodyani have is manpower. They lack manpower. They have what's called the gargantuan population, as you can read right here. While their population gives you a lot of bonuses, they produce almost no food. So in order to get manpower, the only way to do that is either with their version of Chain Gang, which costs essence, or through using these leechers. If you're leeching, okay, that's good. It's a very good system right here. If you're leeching another system, it'll actually give you manpower. We're gonna be loading this guy out as a governor right away. See? Negative anomaly. Okay. Another thing to notice of the Vodyani is because their population is so nice, and there's that quest, we're actually going to be doing this boost as much as we possibly can if we can find the luxury. Let's see, where are those pirates? One here and one there. Alright. Looks like we have to wait for this guy to finish first. Alright. So getting that early quest done is very important, because we'll have to find where that next minor faction is. Let's see, what's in this system here? This one's quite good. We can get arid and savanna techs quite early on. This system. We can get Mediterranean quite early on, and the desert we have on our starting, and the savanna is quite easy to get too. And here, another moon anomaly we can get. Wow, we got quite a good start with other systems. Of course, they're all very difficult. They're all very harsh planets, so we won't get a big bonus, but it should help make up for our weak start here. See, because we only have one planet at the start and one population, we're actually mistiming our production here, which usually doesn't happen on other factions, so we're already quite at a large deficit early game here. So hopefully we can get ahead with these other nice 5-planet systems, which is crazy. This is a very nice area. And I'm actually gonna I'll let this complete for now. And here we have our battle. So these prowlers will always be the same. They're always going to be short range kinetic, which is why I switched to long range missiles for both of these. So we should easily win this. There we go. And we get an upgrade. And now we can move on to this system. Actually, let's do this these curiosities first. Life pods away. That's a very good one. That's a very good missile battle card. Those reveals. Alright, let's see what we got. Interesting. My favorite. No star, single gas giant. And looks like we have a minor faction right over here. So we can actually combine these guys, and we'll send them on our way, and hopefully we can get there and start leeching.
Welcome to the
oh, there's the Sophons. Oh, and they're going to try and colonize us. that'll be annoying. Let's see, what technology? We need to get a colonization tech to get our capital up and running. So I think Ash will be our best bet. We'll go Ash. That'll let us get on one of these other systems, I think. Which one was it? Maybe it was just the capital, actually. Wow, we have a lot of hot systems. Jeez. Yeah, Ash will be here. That can help us here. 1 Ash here, 2 Ash here. Looks like we'll need Savannah. Arid. We'll be getting Arid. Savannah. We'll get Mediterranean. We won't need that. Toxic and desert. Ah, those are very annoying to get. Desert's way down here. We'll go for... We'll go for this as well, and then we can get desert next. If we were next to a Cravers, we would be in a very rough spot here. Because our start is so weak. We really need time to expand. Finding the minor faction so far away is also quite harsh. Here we go. Perfect. Alright. Because a lot of titanium. Okay, this is very important. So, this module sucks. You don't want this. You want to always go with this. It's the brainwash. We'll actually attack these guys while we can. You do not want them colonizing here. Oh, this is an insane number of curiosities here. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, that's that. There, we got the all must serve module. So now what that means is, on our ship here, we can add 2 of these. Now, typically what you would think is, oh, go max production. But what I've discovered is that you don't want to go max production. Because having all 4 of these production modules, while it will allow you to get that colony up and running very quickly, you'll quickly run out of things to build. And at that point, you're so early on in the game, you can't build ships because you have no manpower. And you can't really do any infinite techs as you haven't researched them yet. You need other stuff. So I like to instead get the essence. This one right here, almost provide. This will give us a nice bonus in case we are lacking in essence, which we will be early on. And it looks like these guys colonized here anyways. Very annoying. Let's see what we can do to stop them. And we found these guys. Perfect. Now, what you're going to want to do is you'll start harvesting them as soon as you get there, and then start hacking them to improve your influence. Don't forget to encrypt. So, we will wait for the hacks to improve their influence, and then we will probably forcibly brainwash them once they get to the max influence. Because what'll happen is once this ticker gets to about right here, you won't be able, or about like right here somewhere, you won't be able to draw essence from them anymore, which will cripple you if you're trying to expand. So you'll want to get to about medium way, then your hack, then with your hack, and then you'll continue to praise them until they get to max. And once they get about up here, you'll be able to harvest them again, and then you'll brainwash them. We got dark glitter and deciduous trees. These actually are pretty good. This one's actually quite good because the Vodyani struggle with manpower, so that would actually be quite good. Most other factions it's useless. And as you can see, one thing to note is that if you're going to hit max essence, it'll actually let you build it early. So let's make sure that we have this thing as we want it. Looks good. And then we can queue this up right at the top. And as you'll notice, it takes 1 turn to build this massive ship. So what you could do early game is, sometimes I like to do this, is make like a battle arc. So we'll call this battle arc. Right now it might not be very good, but if you drop a lot of modules on here, this thing can actually be quite tanky. And once we get to the next upgrade on it, it'll have even more guns and more stuff to put on it. A lot of support modules would be very nice. So this could, if you're in a pinch, be used as a combat ship. And you always want to have religious. Religious is the best for these guys. If you can get ecologist, that would be very nice, because what that would actually mean is you could instantly colonize all these planets right away. And of course go for scavenge ram scoop. That's why you don't take that faction thing, because this is just better than it. Like 70 health is basically nothing. So, and now that this is finished, God, these guys are colonizing so quickly. It's so annoying. Where do you want to send this guy? We'll send him here for now. I really need to get rid of these guys. In fact, I think we're going to build another exploration ship, a couple more wheels after this finishes, to deal with these Sophons, because they are expanding way too quickly. Oh my. Pirates. That's very annoying when this happens. I hate it when that happens. Now I have to be very careful here. Wow, that was fast. But hey, if you notice, one thing to know is if you began sieging a faction the turn that they finish their colonization, you can actually invade it right away for free. So we're going to sit here and wait. And we're going to send this ship up here to do the invasion. Hero ships by themselves can't actually invade. So we'll wait. And now we can anchor this guy, and as you see, we immediately run out of manpower. These guys really struggle with manpower. Let's actually get another wheel here. I always like to go with this one. Technology boost. Also, another thing. With your starting arc, the reason we separated these was so we could add these modules individually, because they're quite expensive. So as you can see, that costs 189. So I don't think we'll have enough to add another module on here. So let's see if we can replace one of these. Typically with my capital, I go full industry on my capital, because there are a lot of buildings you need to build. So yeah, we're out. So now, we can wait. Let's see if we can invade now. Yes, we can. Which we will do. And they're done. So if you can, wait till somebody's about to finish their colony, and then you can immediately destroy it. And if you're not the Riftborn, or if you're not the Vodyani, you could actually invade it and take it, which would be quite good. Send these guys down here. This guy's finished too, and then we'll do the same thing to them. Oh man, not again. That's unlucky. I'll bring him back to the capital. This actually, if you're noticing, this special Vodyani thing is giving us a ton of essence, which is very nice. Now we're out of stuff to build. Let's see what we can do here. Probably get this while we wait for our next text to go through. Because we have no good colonization techs, we're really lacking on stuff to build here. In fact, I might change some of these techs out so we can get some other things we can build here before we go further, like this. Contrary to popular belief, getting food in the Vodyani is actually kind of worth it. Nice, we're getting deciduous trees now. Quite a good one. And now that this guy's done, we can assign him to our capital. As you can see, this system is actually outproducing our capital right now, which is pretty funny. And we can build another arc now. So we will do that. Could actually start building this too. Oh, there's also Voidstone here. That's a very good one. As you can see, we're already running out of stuff to build, so having all that extra production will actually be a waste here soon. Oh, there we go. That. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. We definitely don't want them to take control. We need the religious to stay in control. We're actually going to go for this first. This instead of this because we won't probably won't be able to build this, but we want to be able to have access to the market so we can try to find some whatever this luxury is. I can't remember, the influence one, so we can get that. And then after that, we'll go for the desert tech, and then we can get this and this, and then we can get toxic. And then we'll have our capital ready to go. Oh my. Nice. We're also getting these. They're okay. And now, I'll actually add this here. Look at that. This thing is already producing so much stuff. Has all these planets ready to go, and then once we get desert, it'll be ready to go. Look, with this public-private thing, it's being impacted by all 4 of these systems. Instead of normal factions, you would just get on one. You have to build all the colonies for each one. You start out with all of them. So that means this tech and this tech get so much value. Same for this one. Oh. They're using lasers. Interesting. Wow. This is their attacker fleet. Looks like war with the Sophons is probably inevitable. Oh, and they're building there too. For now, we will make... This is a good time to show off some early game things you can do to fight people. We'll make a early game combat ship we can make. And we'll actually build that here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Huh, I thought these guys were already there. Well, that's unlucky. Dang. Well, that sucks. Oops. That was a mistake. Look at that, we're already running out of manpower. Even though we are leeching.
Careful, you're messing with the smart.
Oh wow, thank you. Very useful. Very useful. Okay, we're working on that desert now. We have the desert. Now we just need toxic. And perfect. We'll be able to raise this one again and get a nice bonus. And a hero. Let's see what we can get here. We'd like to get a governor that we can start working on, but it doesn't look like any of these are going to be governors. Oh, this one actually is. We'll take him. Usually with a Vodyani, you'll find that sometimes some of your secondary systems will be more beneficial than your starting one early on. Nice. Now it's our religious ability that's letting us do this without declaring war, which saves you a lot of influence. Oh, and we can build another. Let's see here. Can we upgrade our... Yes, we can. As you can see, as you go up technology levels, I don't actually remember which one it is. It might be this side. Yeah, here it is. This side over here is actually what gives you more access to more modules here. So now we gained an extra support module. So you can actually put another all must provide on here. And then if we wanted to, we could add a weapon module or a defensive module, but those cost stuff, so we're not going to do it. However, if we wanted to have a battle arc, this would give us access to another weapon and another defensive module here. And since the Sophons seem to have a lot of energy, that's what we'd want to take. And then after the battle, with 3 of these repair things, we'd be getting a lot of bonus health repaired at the end of a battle. But I think that's a waste, especially if there are places to colonize early on. Perfect. Also, make sure to upgrade your other arcs when you get a new design, so you don't miss out. Alright, we're looking for stuff we can build now. Get toxic. Get our starting thing up and running. Actually, we'll go for this first. That way we can have an infinite tech we can run. Also, don't forget to get new laws. The Vodyani, as they only have a very small number of population, as you can see we only have, what is that, 2, 3, 4 population, it makes your laws incredibly cheap. So you can run a lot of nice laws. Also, we have our behemoth here, so we'll go ahead and do my favorite strategy, which is this one right here, the Blessed Analyzer. That'll give us a lot of nice stuff. Let's see, what's the technology? We want this one too, eventually. I want to get that first. How much for this? 1. Okay, perfect. Unfortunate for you. Gives us minus approval, but bonus science. So don't think that just asking us to do that will give us a negative effect. It's actually quite good. Oh, looks like they found us. So you would think that this ship would easily beat these, but you'd actually be wrong. I'll show you why. It simply doesn't have the amount of weapons to fight these, and I mean, it did win, but look at the damage that both of these ships did to it. Imagine if you got swarmed. That's why these things are vulnerable. Let's see, we need to wait for that to complete. I guess we can get this in the meantime. There we go, that's the behemoth. And we'll send him on his way. Oh, they found us. Bye. Wish there was another luxury besides Voidstone. It's not really the best. But what can you do? We got hacked. Oh man, they got us. Well, they'll fight and die. That's annoying. Blackout. We need to get our ships up and running here soon. In fact, very soon. Or else these guys will eat us. The AI are very strong. And now he's arrived. And as you can see, we're getting easy 75 essence here. Should wear off soon. Oh, they're gonna try and colonize that, aren't they? Oops. Yep, there they go. Fucking guys. We're definitely gonna need. Okay, so the next thing to get this module. So the Vodyani are very weak until they get that module, and that's a module they'll put on here. And as we've unlocked more modules, we can just slap it on. So we need this. This makes it so that people actually have to invade you like a normal ground battle. So we're gonna get those 3 techs, and then we'll be ready for war. We can grab that one in the meantime. And we should also upgrade this while we have a chance. Oops, hello. Slap this on for free. And in the meantime, we can drop this on it. Then we'll be ready for invasion. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to make sure we upgrade this. So it's right here. Just drop it on. And then we upgrade. Very important. Now we are safe from being rushed. That reminds me, actually, to go to the market. Sometimes I forget. But as long as you remember, it's all good. Let's see if we can find... Here we go, Eden incense. Only 6. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's too little. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Interesting. This is a good one right here, too. It gives you the better tithe. Also, I think it gives you, yeah, the better drain, which we'll need. This one's quite bad. Anything that gives you a bonus to having multiple population is actually quite bad. Then we'll go this, 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 and this. And actually, we're going to drag this one way up here. Alright, let me finish building this. And then, I think next, I'll actually stop recording for now, and then in the next one, I'll actually go over making some attacking ships, getting rid of pirates, and then doing a full-scale invasion of the Sophods. So, I'll close this video for now, and I'll see you guys next time.